Good morning, pupils.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you this morning?
We're fine, teacher.
Okay, that's good to hear that you are doing fine. So now, pupils, before we start our lesson for today, let's have the activity first. So read a pair of numbers and words as I flush the cards. So these numbers are natural and ordinal, where it is representing the positions of things, events, and etc. So are you ready, pupils?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's have the first.
One.
Okay, very good. And how about this?
First.
Very good. Next. Very
Two.
good.
Second.
Okay, very good. And how about the last?
Three.
Next.
Third.
Okay, very good. So, I am so glad that you are all correct of our activity. So now, yesterday, pupil, no, we tackled the story of the three little pigs. So now you are going to match the correct words with the pictures. Okay, did you get it? Okay, so let's have the first picture.
Events.
Okay, very good. And how about the second picture?
Sitting.
Very good. And the last picture?
Characteristics.
Very good. All of your answers are correct. So now I have a picture here. And what did you notice about the pictures?
It is a growing plant, teacher.
Okay, so it is a growing plant. Yes, it is. So do you think these three pictures are related, and in what way they are related?
Teacher, because the picture show how plant grow.
Yes, because the pictures show how plant grow. You are right. So it is a sequence of three events now that show how plants grow. So based on the picture shown, so it is an example no of sequencing of at least three events. So today, no, we will learn about the sequencing of at least three events. But before that, we start our discussion. I have a rule here that good students must follow. No, so first is listen actively. Next, keep quiet, and next, raise your right hand if you want to answer, and the last, be participate in class. So can I expect this to you, class? Okay, very good. So today I will read to you a story, and you need to listen carefully to understand the story, and I will ask some questions after a while. So did you get it, class? Okay, so now I'll start to read. Bernardo Carpio. Don Sancho and Doña Jimena fell in love, but her relationship was discovered by Don Rubio, the king's assistant. Don Sancho was arrested and jailed, while Doña Jimena gave birth to a baby boy named Bernardo Carpio. King Alfonso gave the child to Don Rubio to raise. Bernardo grew up to be a God-fearing man with extraordinary strength, and even the king's soldiers were amazed by his abilities. However, he discovered he was not Don Rubio's son and discovered his mother was the king's sister. King Alfonso promised to release his father's whereabouts but required him to defeat his Moro enemies. Bernardo defeated the Moro and his father Don Sancho was set free by King Alfonso. Okay, now pupil. Who is the boy in the story who has great strength?
Bernardo Carpio.
Okay, Bernardo Carpio. And who is the king jailed Bernardo's father's Don Sancho?
King Alfonso.
Okay, very good. He is King Alfonso. So is the story a happy ending?
Yes, teacher. Happy
Okay,
ending.
yes. The story is have a happy ending. So because Bernardo Carpio meets his father after after a long year in prison. So now um we notice it has six events now. I am right.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. So okay, let's focus for now the first three events of the story. Okay, so in this picture, no, we can see that um these three events are not in order, right? So what do you think the first event based on the story?
The third picture.
Okay, very good. And how about the second picture?
The first picture.
Very good. And the last event or the third event in the picture?
The last picture.
Very good. And all of your answers are correct. So your answers one example of sequencing at least three events. So now let's us define what sequencing and events are. So the sequencing events, no, it is a order of events in the story in our daily actions. Then the events is an actions of the story or in our daily life took place. So now let's have a game. I will show some pictures and when I flash one of the pictures, just identify then raise the number 1 if the picture is the first event. Then the number 2 if it is the second event and the number if it is the third or the last event. So let's have first. Okay, very good.
One. Two.
Okay, all of your answers are correct. And how about this?
One.
Next.
Two.
Okay.
Three.
1, 2, and 3. Very good. So now, in your activity, you are going to arrange the pictures in correct sequencing by writing 1, 2, or 3 below the picture in the box provided. So did you get it, class? Okay, very good. So let's start. Okay, all of your answers are correct. So now I have a question. So, what is the sequencing of events? Okay, sequencing of events is a number of events or things that come after another in a particular order. So, next question is why is it important to properly observe the organizations of events in our daily lives? Okay, very good too. Help us with different abilities, organize informations and ideas efficiently. Then, as a student pupil, know how important it is for you to have a correct sequence of events in your daily routine. Okay, it is important because for us to follow or to have a correct sequence or events in order for us to know how things will happen, and it will also help us to solve problems. So now, in your paper, you are going to answer you put a tick if it is a sequence and X or wrong if it is not. Okay, did you get it, class? Okay, very good. And for your assignment, you are going to draw at least three events you did in daily life in the proper order. So use a short bond paper for your drawing and ask for your parents' assistance. So that's all for today, class. Goodbye.
Goodbye and thank you, teacher.
Okay, goodbye and God bless.